With just one day of rest after a solid 3-1 victory over Sweden, the U.S. women's national team takes on Japan on June 18th in its second and final match here in Halmstad. It will be the third meeting of the year between the two 2011 FIFA Women's World Cup finalists and an important game for both countries heading into the 2012 Olympics. We talked to U.S. head coach Pia Sundhage and U.S. forwards Abby Wambach and Alex Morgan to get their thoughts on yet another clash between the United States and Japan.
We're excited about the opportunity to play Japan again. They pose many different problems for us. Their ability to keep the ball, wear their defenders down. It's difficult playing against a Japanese team, but we also feel as though that we have strengths that give them problems as well. And coming kind of to a neutral site, playing them away from our own hometowns and our countries, it should be a great game. I'm excited to play Japan.
The Japanese team just has so much confidence. They're so technical and they've been doing so well. So I'm really excited to play them because they're always going to be a tough opponent for us. They've done well against us in this last year. So I can't be more excited to play against them.
It's the same old Japan, and they played some good soccer. And for us, it's so important to do what we are good at. And one thing that we will stress is the wing play, how we're going to use the wing players, because that will be key in order to win the next game, regardless if it's Japan, Sweden, or whoever that is.
They're very technical, but when we put them under pressure, I think that they do tend to give away the ball more often than if they're relaxed and working with each other. So I think it's mostly just putting pressure on them and making them feel like they're unorganized.
We are ready to play our game. And if you look, we are taking out good things from the game in Algarve. Japan scored late on a corner kick, and there are some good reasons for that, and then we have to sort that out. There's no doubt about that. And in Japan, remember playing in their soul, it's in front of a good crowd. I think we had a pretty good game, and it will be interesting to see how it goes this game, because we will look a little bit different compared to Algarve and Japan.
Every time we step on the pitch, we want to win, and that's our focus. We still have things that we're working on right now that we're trying to perfect so that come the opening games of the ceremony of the Olympic Games, our games against France, we want to be playing at our best, and that's the most important thing. So we may be tweaking some things. Pia might be seeing what kind of starting lineup is going to be the right one that we're going to go with in the Olympics, and those are all things that are still being decided. Our roster is set, but now there's so many more detail-oriented things that we're trying to perfect so that when there's 30,000 people, 50,000 people in the stands come London, we'll all be ready and prepared for whatever.
You can watch USA versus Japan tape delayed at 10 a.m. Eastern Time on the Universal Sports Network, or you can watch live online at universalsports.com at 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Of course, you can follow the match on USsoccer.com's match tracker, as well as on Twitter at USsoccer_WNT. This is the final edition of Studio 90 from Sweden. We'll see you in Salt Lake City as the USA prepares to take on Canada in its Olympic send-off match on June 30th from Rio Tinto Stadium. That game will be broadcast live on NBC.